Hello, my dear students. So, here I am with a new video of your favorite subject, social studies. As you all know, we have completed chapter number 2. So, now we are starting with a new chapter, that is chapter number 19, local self government in cities. Concept number 1. So, as you may see the images, but before starting the concept, let us guess what the upcoming slides have in store for us. Are you all excited? I'm sure. Hey, can you make out what's happening in this slide? Hmm, some electric circuits and a house. Let us move on to the next one. Here, can you guess? Hmm, tap water, bucket, some people who are filling water in their societies, or maybe waiting for their turn to fill the water. Okay, let's move further. Hey, what's happening here? A worker with a drilling machine or the road construction site? Let's move further. Oh wow, what's here in store for you? Hmm, a school building. Uh, Actually, children, I am mistaken. It's not a school building. It's our own school's building. Yeah, I got that look of satisfaction on your face, children. Don't worry, we will surely see our school building sooner. But hey, you must be wondering why ma'am is asking all that. Because I want to ask you a question. Can you tell me how do we get water, electricity at our homes? Can you just think who is responsible for the maintenance of roads, colleges, schools, and hospitals? Mm, can you guess? Hey, this girl is saying, let me ask my mom first. But hello, you don't have to worry because your second mom will tell this. Now you must be wondering who? Obviously, it's me. So, children, you should understand that all of us need some basic things such as drinking water, electricity, roads, transport, schools, and hospitals. These are called civic amenities. I repeat, these are called civic amenities. Now, do you know the other name of civic amenities? They are also called public utility services. Do not forget that. Keep that in mind. All right. So, who provides these civic amenities to the people? Now, I would like to ask you the question that all these civic amenities which we get, who provides these civic amenities to us? I know some of you must be knowing the answer. So here is it. In our country, the government provides these civic amenities to the people. The government provides many civic amenities, or you may call them public utility services. See these images? Can you see? All of these are the part of civic amenities which the government provides to us. Now, Another fact which we have to discuss, the government of India works at three levels. How many levels? Three levels. Number one is center, number second, state, and number third is local. Do not forget it. So, central government, state government, and local self government. In this particular PPT, we will be covering local self government. And about central and state government, you will be reading in class 5. So, do not forget, dear children, what is the local self government? The local self government, or the government elected by the people at the local level, provides civic amenities to the people. So I would like to tell you that local self government is divided into two parts, as the image on your right is saying, rural and urban. So did you know the local self government is also called municipality? Okay, do not forget it. Now, what is a municipality? The local government of a town or a city. Now, you have to understand the levels of local government. Number first is, in a village, Gram Panchayat provides these amenities. So you have to understand, children, that the local self government works at two level, that is rural or urban. In rural, that is rural areas, that is villages, a gram panchayat provides these civic amenities to the people, as you may see in the picture. The second point is, in towns and cities, these are provided by municipal committees or municipal corporations. As you may see in the picture, municipal committee on the left hand side and municipal corporation on the right hand side. Now let's move further. Now, the third point is the local government which looks after a small city is called municipal committee. Okay, these are also known as Nagar Palika or Nagar Nigam. I would also like to tell you a very important hint, which I always tell my students in my class, that committees come. As you may see, that in Hindi, come means what? Less. So, less is, initiated, or less you can actually initiate with small word. So, a small city means municipal committee. And the other two names are Nagar Palika or Nagar Nigam. Now let's move further. I repeat, municipal committee or Nagar Palika or Nagar Nigam looks after towns and small cities. So come means less. Less equals to small city. Okay, let's move further. The fourth point is, cities with a population of more than 10 lakh have municipal corporations. Okay, I repeat, cities, that means big cities with a population of more than 10 lakh people have municipal corporations. It is also known as Mahanagar Palika or Mahanagar Nigam. As you all know, Maha means great, okay, bigger in number. All right, so let's move further. I repeat, it is called Municipal Corporation or Mahanagar Palika or Mahanagar Nigam. In big cities, can you name some? Like Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune. Okay, So as you may see in the images also, these are the municipal corporation. Hey, what's happening over here? Okay. The man who is mopping the floor in this particular PPT is working for municipal corporation. So let us see some pictures of municipal corporation of different cities. So as you may see in the picture, it's written Greater Mumbai. So Municipal Corporation of Mumbai looks like this. Okay. So this is the Municipal Corporation of Kolkata. And hey, this is our very own Delhi's Municipal Corporation. Let us discuss some extra facts on Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Number first one is Anne. Let me tell you, these are extra facts only for your knowledge. So, the National Capital Territory of Delhi is governed by two different municipalities. The first one is known as Municipal Corporation of Delhi, which governs 8 out of 11 districts. And the second one is New Delhi Municipal Council. As you may see, the local of Municipal Corporation of Delhi, which is also known as Delhi Nagar Nigam, and its logo has a Sanskrit shlok as Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay. Okay, repeat with me, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay. So all of you should understand the meaning of this. And this is an extra fact slide. So no need to worry about learning it. Now it's time for fact wise. Are you ready for the fun fact? Okay, so before that, you have to do something for me. Find out which is the oldest municipal corporation of the world. Will you do that? Okay, so let's discuss another fact which is very important. The first municipality in India was set up in Madras, now which is called Chennai. Okay? So let us discuss some more facts about Chennai Municipal Corporation. So the first fact which is given in your book also is it was set up in 1688. It was set up in the year 1688. Number second point is it is the oldest municipal corporation in India. Okay, so it is the oldest one in India. And the third point is it is also the second oldest in the world. So the second oldest corporation, municipal corporation in the world is of Chennai. So you have to find the first one. Now it's exercise time. So I hope you understood all the concepts clearly. If not, please watch this video at least 2-3 times. So we have to do exercise because all of you know that practice makes man perfect and it will make all of us perfect too. So we have question number 1, which is answer the following questions in brief, and it has 3 parts A, B, and C. Question number 2 is fill in the blanks, and it has 4 parts, as you may see. So, children, you have to do this in your SST notebook, but do not write the questions, only write the answers. So, that's all for today, my dear children. Learn all the important facts given in the video. See the video again and again for better understanding. See you soon. Bye bye. Stay safe.